So I was thinking about giving it a shot in recording these videos, 5-minute videos, just summarizing my thoughts on a topic, um, just very casually. In this case, I want to talk about populism. So I'm taking a class called Designing Constitutions, which has been my favorite class at Minerva so far. I think since this is my last semester, it's going to probably be perhaps one of my two favorite classes. If not the most favorite in many ways. But that's another topic. I've noticed that I used the term populism in my contributions during class a lot of times, but today the professor actually asked me about the definition after one of my replies in one of the reflection polls. I thought about it. When I think of populism, I think of Hugo Chavez in Venezuela or even Donald Trump, so it applies to both left and right. And looking in Wikipedia, if you look for a definition of populism in Wikipedia, I'm looking it up right now. It says populism refers to a range of political stances that emphasize the idea of the people and often juxtapose this group against the elite. It's often used as pejorative. So there's an image that says Occupy Wall Street and 99%, the rhetoric of the 99% against the 1%. But I'm not sure this captures the essence of populism because this rhetoric is in particular leftist rhetoric, right? But Donald Trump does not use that rhetoric, and I think what he does is populism too, just of a different flavor, of a different taste. So after thinking about it, in the most easy to explain way, I think that I would say populism is the wrong use of democracy. That's what I would say. Just let me check how much time I still have left. Apparently, I don't know. Hopefully it's going to take less than 5 minutes. But I would say that populism is the wrong use of democracy. And let me explain. More precisely, I would say, this is my definition. Populism is framing democracy, democratic legitimacy, as more important than the rule of law. That's the definition. It's presenting democracy, democratic legitimacy, as more important than preserving the constitutional order. And that, I believe, is the wrong way of using democracy. Hey, Jose, are you against democracy? Don't you value democracy? Are you not in favor of democracy? That's not what I'm saying. I believe that democracy is the best means to preserve the rule of law. That's the essence of my argument. It's the best means to preserve the rule of law. You shall not confuse the end with the means. When you use democracy not to preserve the rule of law, but to erode the rule of law, I believe that you're using democracy wrong. And so, I favor democracy as the best means to preserve the rule of law, but not more important than the rule of law. I believe democracy is a means to an end, not an end in itself. I have 55 seconds. Oh great, I didn't know how to see how much time I have left. One may ask, though, what do you mean by the rule of law? I connect the rule of law with the idea of natural rights, unalienable rights, individual liberty, because I also think it's important that we make a distinction between rule by law, when the law is truly unjust, and many times it has been, even in countries like the US, and it still is. When the law is unjust, that's rule by law and not rule of law. So I guess that if democracy is a means to an end, the end is liberty, the highest of all political ends.